Kyle Richards and Dorit Kemsley give promising update on the status of their friendship. Throughout season 14, Kyle Richards and Dorit Kemsley's relationship has been on the rocks. The two are both going through very high-profile separations, which should be a time when they can come together and support one another. But instead, they have been constantly going back and forth. However, during part 2 of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, the two were able to put their differences aside and show that there is hope for their friendship going forward. After fighting about Richards' text messages to Kemsley's estranged husband PK Kemsley, Richards was able to take a step back and acknowledge that she wants to move forwards. "All I know is that you're important enough to me to want to put that aside, to not hold on to it and to move forward, and to get to a better place so we can be there to support each other. 'Cause we need all the support we can get right now," Richards told Kemsley. "And I do love you a lot." "Well, that makes me happy," Kemsley replied. "But I would love to get together, just you and I. No cameras, no girls, no Andy, none of these people, nothing. And actually sit down and see where we are. Is it still there? 'Cause I know." Richards followed that up, saying she was willing to make the first move and reach out to set up a time to chat. "I apologize for any way that I hurt you, and I can see where things would look weird. I understand that. I get that. And I really do apologize for that," Richards added. "I couldn't ask for anything more," Dorit stated. In part 1 of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, Bravo host Andy Cohen told the women that he asked PK to attend. "We asked PK if he wanted to appear tonight," Andy revealed. "I know," Kemsley responded. "He sent a statement," Cohen then revealed. "Did he?" Kemsley said in surprise. Cohen then proceeded to read PK's statement. "I was invited to be part of the reunion, but declined because I don't believe engaging with Dorit in this forum would be constructive," PK wrote. "I refused to stoke a fire I did not ignite," he added. "The Dorit I married would never have allowed this, much less caused it. That woman embodied kindness, integrity, and grace. I can only hope this version of Dorit finds her way back to the person she once was." The drama may rage on in Beverly Hills, but friendship still sparkles brighter than diamonds. If there's one thing fans of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills have learned, it's that alliances can shift like sand in the California wind. But even amid cast shakeups, whispered rumors, and Bravo-fueled tension, some bonds prove harder to break than a Birkin clasp. And now, Kyle Richards and Dorit Kemsley, two of the franchise's most fashion-forward and headline-making stars, are letting fans in on the current status of their ever-evolving friendship. Spoiler alert, it's looking better than ever. From dulce drama to deep connection. Over the years, Kyle and Dorit have shared everything from glam squads and dinner parties to emotional confessions and tequila-fueled disagreements. Their friendship has weathered plenty of turbulence. Think passive-aggressive jabs over outfit choices, misunderstandings over who's loyal to whom, and the occasional shade thrown over a group text message. But despite all the bumps, there's always been an undeniable chemistry between the two. Think sisters who sometimes spar but always circle back to love. Now, after a rocky season that saw them emotionally disconnected and somewhat distanced, especially as Kyle navigated her very public marital issues and Dorit faced her own personal challenges, fans had begun to wonder, was this dynamic duo drifting apart for good? Enter the latest revelation from the two housewives themselves, who've decided to set the record straight, not just with words but with actions. "We're in a really good place right now." In a recent interview that felt more like a heart-to-heart than a press stop, Kyle Richards beamed as she shared where things currently stand. "Dorit and I have been through so much, on and off camera," she said, her voice warm and confident. "But I can honestly say we're in a really good place right now. We've had our ups and downs, like any real friendship, but we've both made the effort to reconnect, and it's felt very genuine." According to Kyle, what helped reignite the flame was simple: time spent outside of the spotlight. "Sometimes you just need to remove the cameras, the pressure, and the noise," she continued. "We went on a little weekend trip, just us and a couple of friends. No drama. no producers, and it reminded me of why I connected with Dorit in the first place. Dorit echoed Kyle's sentiments, adding her signature sparkle and a hint of that sassy British-American hybrid charm. "We've been through a whirlwind," she admitted, "but Kyle's like family to me. And like family, there are moments you want to throttle each other, but the love is always there underneath." We had to take a step back and reevaluate what really mattered, and when we did, we realized the friendship was worth fighting for. Bravo celebrity bonding, off camera. It's a rare thing when reality TV stars insist that something real actually is real, but in this case, the friendship feels authentic. Sources close to the pair say they've been spending more time together in recent months, catching Pilates classes, grabbing lunch in Beverly Hills, and even hosting low-key backyard get-togethers with their families. Yes, even Mauricio and PK have been spotted laughing over barbecue. They've been making space for each other in ways that go beyond filming, one source noted. It's not about the show anymore, it's about the actual friendship. Of course, this promising update hasn't escaped the attention of their RHOBH castmates, who have reportedly responded with a mixture of surprise and relief. "It's refreshing," said one insider. "When Kyle and Dorit are in sync, it shifts the whole vibe of the group. It's like the glue starts to stick again." Lessons learned. Communication is crucial. When asked what changed, both women pointed to one key element: better communication. "We had to get really honest with each other," Kyle confessed. "There were things I was feeling that I wasn't expressing, and vice versa. Once we were able to talk, really talk, it made all the difference." Dorit nodded in agreement. "We'd both been holding on to things. Misunderstandings, miscommunications. But the moment we gave each other space to be vulnerable, the walls came down. And that vulnerability wasn't just about their friendship." Dorit has recently opened up more about her mental health struggles following a terrifying home invasion, while Kyle's ongoing journey with sobriety and personal growth has been front and center. As both women have faced their own battles, it seems they've grown not only individually, but in how they show up for each other. What's next for Kyle and Dorit? So, will this newfound closeness translate to the next season of RHOBH? Both stars are playing it coy, dropping a few hints. "There's a lot more laughter this time around," Kyle teased. "We're still going to have our moments. It wouldn't be Housewives without them. But I think fans will see a deeper, more grounded version of our friendship." Dorit, ever the style icon, chimed in with a grin. "Let's just say there will be less fighting over fashion and more matching energy." And for fans who are rooting for the pair, the news couldn't be more welcome. In a franchise known for its ever-turning drama wheel, seeing genuine connection thrive is like spotting a rainbow over Rodeo Drive. Rare, beautiful, and worth celebrating. The bottom line: forever, Housewives, friends. The road hasn't been easy. Kyle and Dorit's friendship has survived public scrutiny, tabloid rumors, and some seriously tense dinner parties. But what's clear now is that this is a relationship built on more than just cocktails and confessional cameos. It's built on love, trust, and the ability to bounce back. "We're not perfect," Kyle said with a shrug, "but we're real. And that's what makes this friendship something I'll always cherish." Here's to a new chapter for the Glam Squad queens of Beverly Hills. May their friendship continue to shine as bright as the diamonds on their fingers, and the drama behind them stay just dramatic enough to keep us tuning in.